So, have you ever tried relying purely on willpower to hit a massive goal, only to find yourself, completely exhausted, entirely unfocused, and just aimlessly scrolling your phone by 10 a.m.? Yeah, we've all been there. Welcome to This Explainer. Today, we're going to break down an absolutely revolutionary concept from Anupam Sharma. We're talking about psychotech leadership. Essentially, it's the science of literally engineering the human mind for peak performance. If you're tired of that daily struggle to maintain discipline, or you're looking to seriously elevate your leadership game, well, you are definitely in the right place. We're going to explore how to finally stop fighting your mind and start treating it like a highly optimizable system. Okay, let's dive right into this bold premise. You don't just control your mind, you design it, train it, and scale it. Let that sink in for a second. This shifts us entirely away from that traditional, honestly exhausting reliance on white-knuckling your way through the day. Anupam Sharma introduces this profound idea that your brain is essentially an operating system and it's just waiting for a massive upgrade. You don't just try to force better habits, right? Instead, you actively design your mental architecture from the ground up, train it using highly specific frameworks, and then scale it. The goal? Making elite excellence your default automatic setting rather than a draining daily struggle. Now, to be clear, psychotech leadership isn't just another fleeting mindset trick or some motivational hack. It is the literal, concrete fusion of psychology and technology. Think of psychology as your inner software, right? Your thoughts, your emotions, your deep-seated identity. Then, think of technology as your external execution engine, your systems, your digital tools, your daily analytics. Imagine, for example, rewriting a limiting belief about your ability to focus, and then literally enforcing that new belief using AI-driven calendar blocking that completely prevents distractions. When you merge that psychological intelligence with technological systems, you create predictable, scalable human excellence. You're effectively engineering yourself into a human 2.0. Here is our roadmap for this explainer. We'll start with meeting psychotech leadership, then look at the three-layer architecture, move into the core psychotech loop, explore some advanced frameworks and pillars, and finally, chart your personal path to mastery. All right, Section 1. Let's meet psychotech leadership and talk about upgrading your operating system. Moving right along to Section 2, the three-layer architecture, where we'll build the actual blueprint. So, to build this high-performing human machine, we need to separate our internal software from our external hardware into three distinct layers. First up is the psycho layer. This is your inner engineering, your mental OS. It uses frameworks like cognitive behavioral therapy, which, is really just a structured, proven way of reshaping negative thought patterns, alongside neuroplasticity. That's basically leveraging the fact that your brain is physically moldable to actively build your core identity. Next is the tech layer. Think of this as your external brain. This is where you leverage AI tools, analytics, and OKRs, objectives and key results, basically the hard, measurable metrics of your life, to execute your goals flawlessly. But here's the thing. The true magic happens right in the middle, in the integration layer. This is where you fuse the two together. It's where you start tracking your subjective thoughts like hard data points, reprogramming your limiting beliefs like you're debugging bad software code, and scaling your personal performance like a totally well-oiled corporate machine. Okay, Section 3. Let's look at the core psychotech loop, which is essentially your execution engine. Now, this six-step loop is a repeating engine designed to create exponential growth in your daily life. Let's walk through an actual scenario, okay? Imagine opening a highly stressful, aggressive email from a client. Step 1 is awareness. So instead of panicking, you objectively observe your rising anxiety, almost like a scientist watching a chemical reaction. Step 2 is analysis. You pause and ask exactly why you're feeling stressed. Step 3 is the crucial pivot. Reprogramming. You actively replace that panicked belief of, oh my, everything is falling apart, with a much calmer, I can handle this step by step. Then step 4, execution. You act with supreme clarity through your established communication systems. Step 5 is measurement. Later on, you track how quickly you recovered your focus after reading that email. And finally, step 6, optimization. You refine your system so that the next time that particular client emails, your response is entirely automated. By turning observation into optimized execution, you literally remove all the guesswork from your personal growth. Up next is Section 4, Advanced Frameworks and Pillars. Think of these as the core applications. We're all incredibly used to the old way of operating, right? A stressor acts as a trigger, we have an immediate, unthinking emotional reaction, and it usually leads to hours of lost productivity and, let's be honest, deep regret. But the upgraded framework inserts awareness right smack into the middle of that equation. The exact same trigger still happens, but because of your new psychotech training, you pause. That vital split second of awareness allows for a strategic response, which ultimately compounds into growth. It's a real game changer. You are literally upgrading your daily experience from automated regret to engineered resilience. You're turning what used to be a breakdown into a conscious stepping stone.
Think of your mind operating system, or MOS, exactly like a computer. To truly transform, you have to upgrade the whole machine. Your conscious layer is like the active window you're typing in right now. It handles your active, real-time decision-making. Beneath that is the subconscious layer. That's like the background applications quietly running your automated habits without you even thinking about them. But the deepest foundation, the root directory of your entire system, is your identity. As Anupam Sharma points out, who you fundamentally think you are defines your absolute limits. Upgrading all three levels, and especially ensuring your core identity perfectly aligns with your external goals, is absolutely mandatory for a true transformation.
Now, think of these 9 core pillars as the specific applications running on your newly upgraded Human 2.0 tech stack. Look at how beautifully they blend traditional soft skills with hard, measurable systems. You have emotional engineering sitting right alongside AI-augmented thinking. You even have habit automation paired with performance analytics. I mean, imagine treating your daily focus or your emotional stability like a credit score that you're actively trying to boost every single week. It's about using distinct matrices for decision intelligence and managing the biological reality of your energy for time optimization. Really, this is the ultimate comprehensive toolkit for leading minds, not just managing tasks. And that brings us to Section 5, Your Path to Mastery, which is basically the upgrade roadmap. So this upgrade roadmap takes you chronologically through 5 distinct levels of mastery. And hey, you don't have to tackle it all at once. Just ask yourself where you are right now. Maybe you start at level 1 as an awareness builder, merely journaling your thoughts and objectively tracking your daily habits. As you gain more control, you graduate to level 2, the system designer, where you build strict daily routines and start actually measuring your personal metrics. By level 3, you become an operator, actively reprogramming your limiting beliefs and utilizing AI as a daily thinking partner. Level 4 expands your influence as a leader, allowing you to scale these exact same systems for your entire team. And finally, level 5 is the architect. This is where your mastery is so complete that you are creating entirely new frameworks to transform whole organizations and societies at large. Mind is not to be controlled. Mind is to be engineered, measured, and optimized. Mastery isn't about desperately fighting your own mind or gritting your teeth through difficult tasks. It's about treating your mind like the ultimate high-performance machine. It's a system to be carefully engineered, objectively measured, and relentlessly optimized. When you truly embrace this paradigm shift, you stop being a victim to your own psychology. Instead, you become its architect. And the traditional limits of what you thought you could achieve, they just simply dissolve. So, as we wrap up this explainer, we've covered the foundational layers, the daily execution loops, and the advanced frameworks. Now, it's entirely about action. What is the first system you will upgrade in your mind's architecture today? Will you start objectively tracking your habits tonight? Or maybe you'll focus on inserting that vital split second of awareness between a stressful trigger and your response tomorrow morning. I want you to decide right now exactly where your personal Human 2.0 upgrade begins. Thanks so much for joining me, and go engineer your excellence.